Well, after only a few hours sleep last night, I couldn't face making a decision on what to eat, so ended up at some Spanish buffet. It was pretty good, just off of Sol, called Fresco. It's €11 for pretty much everything. Anyway, seems to be quite a lot of police presence in Plaza Major, where I've now ended up after protests over recent days. I just thought I'd stop off here while there's a bit of musical entertainment, just to go through my itinerary in a bit more detail. And so after tomorrow, I set off to Santiago and get there the day after, on Friday morning. I'll then have a day there and move on to Valparaiso on the coast and Vina del Mar, which is sort of a 15-minute coach ride away. Following day, I'll head up to La Serena, north of Santiago, and we'll be maybe doing some stargazing there if the weather's all right. Otherwise, we'll be going to the Elqui Valley. The following day, I'll then take a coach over to Caldera, up further north up the coast, and can get a taxi ride up to Bahia Inglesa, one of the finest beaches in Chile apparently. I'll then head further north up to San Pedro de Atacama via Antofagasta, which is I think primarily a mining town. From there, I'll be getting a plane back down to Santiago and then over to Easter Island for 3 nights before I come back to Santiago, and then it'll be going down to the Lake District, Puerto Montt and Puerto Varas, which is south of Santiago. I'll then be moving further south all the way down to Puerto Natal, which is in Patagonia, and as I mentioned before, we'll be going to the Torre del Paine National Park there, which is supposed to be very impressive for the Andean peaks. I'll then move down over the border into Argentina at El Calafate. We'll be having a day at the glaciers, just watching this procession go by. There's people enjoying themselves, and my finger's in the way. Anyway, then I'll get the flight up to the Iguazu Falls and have a day there or two, and then head over to the Brazilian side as well. Next will be a flight over to Cordoba, and then a coach from there up to Salta, where there's an impressive train route that I might take. I'll then head further south on a plane down to Mendoza, the wine region. So there's about 17 internal flights altogether I've got. From there, Mendoza, I'll be heading over to Puerto Madryn, which is where the whale watching is at Peninsula Valdez. I'll then head over to have a week in Uruguay, Montevideo and Mercedes, and then down on Punta del Este on the coast, before I come back on a ferry from Colonia, I think, which is possibly the old capital in Uruguay. And from there I'll be having the last 3 nights in Buenos Aires and flying back to Manchester. I'm not quite sure what the significance of this parade is that I've sort of joined in the back. Anyway, over and out for tonight.